Hi guys, welcome back to Marant's Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I'm going to go over this video with you guys step by step. I'm going to stop it a couple of times, but I'm going to make some comments on it. We're going to break this down. So right here on this video, this is, his name is Michael Packard. Okay. This idiot, he's something else. He's from Wedbush. He's just a guy who talks really bad about GameStop. He's on Yahoo at this point. And I want you to hear everything he has to say because it's pretty bad. But we'll get it going right now. So just give me 1 second. Let me get ready. So here we go.
Bring you in. Let's break these results down just a little bit more for our viewers here. Just some context. Shares reacting negatively on the fourth quarter results from the video game retailers. The company reported a wider than expected loss here. I want to get your reaction. You were actually expecting that they should have been profitable in the holiday quarter.
Yeah, they've never failed to deliver a profit in the holiday quarter. A lot of people.
Let's stop right there. So first is he's going to tell you that we've never not made a profit, right, in the quarter four. But we're at a true transition right now. So if we do make a loss, it is one thing. You got to remember something about Michael here. Michael went ahead and picked GameStop to be worth $45. So what I want to know is if GameStop's a $15 stock, which it has been for the last X amount of years, and now upon you, he tells you it's worth 45. Why does he give it an evaluation 200% higher than what it has been for the last X amount of years? Is there something that he can predict that I can't? Other than cash and assets and sales, why is GameStop such a bad company? As he puts, they're digging a hole that they'll never climb out of, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's go ahead. I'm just giving you the background of who he is.
People actually buy consoles and software for holiday gifts, so you would have expected that they would have delivered a pretty solid profit on a upside to revenue. They beat our revenue estimate by about $100 million.
So we beat their revenue estimate by about $100 million, but we missed making money by a couple $100 million as well. So here's my thing. We spent the money on inventory. We know that. We've spent the money on infrastructure and logistics. We've spent the money on hiring executives. So when you see boomers like this giving you an explanation of why GameStop is not going to be viable or why they're not going to make it, it kind of makes you understand the way they think. But I want you guys to hear how crazy this guy is and how delusional boomers are when it comes to GameStop, the company, moving forward.
And they missed our profit estimate by a couple of $100 million. So clearly the culprit is low gross margin, which means that the mix was heavily skewed toward hardware, and then really high operating expense. Their SG&A was $540 million, and we were looking for $400 million. So they're spending a lot of money, and I think that's really the news in the headline. They're going to open an NFT exchange sometime toward the end of the second quarter of this fiscal year. So they're clearly spending a lot of money ramping that up. Ryan Cohen has a lot of confidence.
So I want to explain something, guys. We missed earnings by $100 million, $200 million. Anybody know what we did? And we increased inventory $300 million. Additionally, we went ahead and pledged $150 million to Immutable. So that's $450 million that we spent that we didn't have to spend. So yes, we're setting up for the NFT marketplace. Yes, we're setting up for e-commerce and that being just the backbone of our business. That's $450 million we didn't have to spend this quarter. So you tell me if we're positive. You tell me if we had a positive quarter. I know we did, but I just don't want to tell everybody right away. I want them to keep thinking like this guy, okay? Because they're going to miss the boat on this one.
Said he's right, and I'm going to bet that he's wrong on this one.
Oh, I want to go back to
Where
that.
do you believe that
He's spending a lot of money toward the end of the second exchange, sometime toward the end of the second quarter of this fiscal year. So they're clearly spending a lot of money ramping that up. Ryan Cohen has a lot of confidence that he's right, and I'm going to bet that he's wrong on this one.
He's going to bet Ryan Cohen's wrong. Do you ever want to bet against Ryan Cohen? I mean, you can if you want to. But Michael, I have yet to see you start a company from scratch and make it into a $1 billion company. But I've seen this guy do it, and now he's done it twice, where we're actually going to be more than $1 billion. How about $1 trillion? This is amazing that you are this just in deep with who pays this guy. I'm willing to bet you he's on the payroll for any short hedge fund, but let's go for it again.
Where do you believe this company is on its reinvention process?
Digging a hole that they'll never climb out of.
Digging a hole that we'll never climb out of. Did I not just tell you guys we spent $450 million this quarter that we won't have to spend again? That just gets our foot in the door. That gets us down on the ground, boots on the ground. We've had our leadership team in place for 8 months. They all got in June, guys. From June till now, the board of directors has officially voted in, and you're looking at what's happening on a true pivot, a true transition. But, hey, they're digging a hole that they can't get out of. Why are you worried about us?
They have a couple of $1.25 billion or so of cash on the balance sheet. They lost $140 million in the holiday quarter, which is pretty embarrassing. If they lost that much in the holiday quarter, they're probably going to lose a couple $100 million a quarter going forward if they keep this up. And again, let's hear what their earnings call says. But they can only continue to do this for a couple of years, and they're back in the position of being out of cash. So this.
Keep doing this for a couple of years. Whoo. Guys, if we lose $150 million every quarter, that means that we still have 10 quarters to go. We have 3 years to figure this out before we hit zero. I just want to let you know how math works, but we'll keep going.
NFT exchange better work, and I don't see how it possibly can. He's reinventing something that he has a solution in search of a problem. He's got an NFT exchange, and there's no NFTs to exchange. So we'll see if he can find some, and we'll see if people really want to buy them on the GameStop exchange. I'm betting probably not.
He's betting probably not. Hey guys, hi. You, the GameStop investor, how dedicated to this are you? NFT gaming, not just NFTs. I don't think they really understand the whole grasp of the concept. We are approaching something totally different than what the marketplace has in place right now. But hey, don't tell it to this boomer. I can't do it. Let's keep going.
The community of gamers seen as one of the most kind of forward-looking, perhaps, in terms of the technology and being able to grasp onto new waves of technology, whether that be across cryptocurrency, whether that be across the medium that they're even engaging with games on, and the community that gets fostered as a result of that. Is that community strong enough for GameStop to be able to monetize how they are building out, and for all of these different measures, trying to invest in this strategy in order to monetize that community of gamers at the end of the day?
You want to ask if gamers will help monetize this community. Hey, did they not just beat sales? They just beat sales, guys. The own projected sales. You know, they project something that's supposed to be unattainable, and we beat that by $100 million. We beat Wall Street by $20 million. Not a couple thousand, not 1 million, not 2 million. We're talking about 20 to 40 to $100 million we're beating them by. And you want to know if we're strong enough to keep this afloat? The stock price is what? We're still holding it at $90 while being manipulated, while getting run. But keep going. I'll let you talk here, Michael.
The community of gamers is super strong, and pretty uniformly, they detest GameStop.
We detest GameStop. Oh, I love this. Keep going.
They feel like GameStop rips them off on used games. And, except for the people who actually trade games in, nobody perceives that there's a tremendous amount of value in GameStop.
No one perceives there's a tremendous value in GameStop, yet GameStop had 38% increase on Power Up Reward members, 5.8 million right here domestically in the U.S. This is wild. We'll keep going, though. Hey, 5.8 million. Yeah, they don't want to shop there.
And I don't think Ryan Cohen, meme stock or not, has any loyalty from this crowd.
No loyalty from us? Ryan Cohen doesn't have loyalty from us. This kid must be living under a rock, doesn't have Twitter, doesn't have Reddit, doesn't have YouTube. Wow.
So sure, they are likely to embrace NFTs, but why trade them on a GameStop exchange? Why not use Coinbase or T0? There's
T0 and Coinbase and OpenSea and Wax are all shitty companies. That's why. GameStop is the company we want to buy NFT from when we want to buy them. GameStop is doing something totally different. This guy has no imagination. about Web 3.0, about the way this works on layer 2, what's coming our way, why we're waiting 2 more quarters. Like, this guy has no clue about what's about to hit him. So when he's wrong, I love it. But this is who they put in the front of America. This is who they put in front of the boomer investor.
There's other exchanges that are already FINRA compliant, FinCEN compliant, anti-money laundering compliant. Why is GameStop the place you're going to go? To me, this is like starting up a cloud service. You know, he decided that he's going to compete with Amazon and Google Cloud Partners.
How did we assume that we're going to compete with Amazon and Google? Those other NFT marketplaces are not monsters like that. These other NFT marketplaces are terrible. Terrible. We got you. Here, keep going.
Partners in Azure, he's going to get his butt kicked. I just do not see what the hook is for GameStop to be in this business. So good luck to him, but I do not. I think he, like I said, a solution in search of a problem. We have a place to buy NFTs if there are any to buy, and those other exchanges aren't selling many, if any. So a
$40 billion market cap on NFTs, no one's selling them, right? If any. And yet we're talking about gaming NFTs, not just regular NFTs, which he does not know the difference, clearly.
I just don't think he's going to get the inventory. I don't think that there will be NFTs created specifically to be exchanged on GameStop. I don't think the NFT creators are going to want to give a piece of the action to.
NFT creators already left their creative areas to join GameStop. We already hired the best of the best in the world for this whole platform. Calling to all creators. This is a power to the player move. This guy has never played a game a day in his life. I don't know why he has a PlayStation controller in the back here. He has a PlayStation, like if he's a gamer, this is wild. He probably is. Let's just say, hey, I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt. Is he a gamer? Did he go in there and get $2 back for his Final Fantasy 12 and he's like, man, I didn't get enough for it. This is why I hate GameStop. Is he mad? Is that what it is? He bought a refurbished PlayStation and it broke? Let's find out.
GameStop, so I just don't see it. I mean, I think this is a non-starter.
And we knew that they had that cloud opportunity way back when, stepped off of it with Spawn Labs because it wasn't generating revenue quickly enough or profits that they could put back into the project. So we'll see how this new vision for.
Funny he should say profits back into the project. See, when GameStop put up $150 million to Immutable, that's money back into the project. We didn't lose that money. When we bought inventory and we used those profits to buy inventory, we didn't lose it because we bought more product. This is getting the ball rolling. This is getting that snowball, that ball of yarn, and it's going to get big, really big, and it's going to knock these guys out. They have no idea what they're talking about.
The company, which kicked off essentially in earnest last year, now 1 year in, still not getting much fanfare. Just with the time that we have left, I want to get your reaction to Netflix.
I can't even talk. He's going to talk about Netflix. I can't stand it. Guys, I can show you this stock any which way you want to see it. And why in the hell AMC's on the channel, I'll never know. But let's go look at GameStop. This is GameStop, guys. This is your bread and butter. This is today. We went up from $78 all the way up to $97. You had almost 9 million shares traded back and forth. It was a quadruple Witcher day. Okay, and those ETFs that they've been shorting have to settle during a day like this. So what happens? Are they still shorting it during the days like this? Absolutely. Are they still attacking our stock? Absolutely. But let them do what they do. Let this stock stay at $90. Remember, I'm not in it for the week, the month, hell, the year. I'm not worried about where it's going. I'm not, because I don't want to have to look at this stock every day. I'd love to just come in and be like, you know what, guys? What happened in sports today? That's what I'd rather talk about than talk about GameStop and price action day to day. I'm not trying to buy options. I'm trying to buy more shares, as many as I can, because these shares are infinite. Infinite. And you'll soon see that. And if you don't, well, you missed out. Guys, there are boomers like that on the film there. Wedbush, managing director, Michael Packer. This guy is going to be looking any which way for us to lose. And I'm telling you, we will win, because a negative mindset will never result into a positive outcome. But I'm extremely positive about GameStop. And I'm going to stay that way until, well, you guys get it. Till my heart stops. But my beat keeps hearting, and I'll keep going. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I'm going to see you tomorrow, millionaires. Peace.